Well guys, I've deliberately waited to cover the carnage in Southport to get some actual information about what happened, but the police are being pretty mum with the information still, over 24 hours after the fact. The excuse being used for this is that the scumbag responsible is 17, so can't be named until a judge decides that he can, which could happen soon, but it may not, so we must prepare for that. Obviously though, the internet's rife with speculation on what he looks like and who he is, but so far the only thing I've seen is a video taken outside the house that was raided after his arrest. And as you can see in that ITV clip, it shows nothing except what looks to be a black guy pacing up and down on the phone with a face mask on, but we don't know if that's the animal who did it in this video or not. The police are only saying he was born in Cardiff, which we all know could mean he's about as Welsh as a Zulu warrior. In fact, all we have so far is the Telegraph reporting he's a second-generation immigrant of Rwandan parents, but outside of that we got no idea because eyewitnesses are missing like a bloody fart in the wind. Probably because it's reported that the old Bill are working with the media to manage the response to this, so pretty much running damage control for the sake of diversity. And this is something I actually need to call the BBC out on because this clip shows how they're editorialising eyewitness statements before they actually give them to us.
As you're speaking, in fact, another account from another eyewitness has come in, that from the owner of the corner shop there on Hart Street, and I'm just going to take you through some of the things. I won't actually read out all of the things because we wait for official confirmation for all of the exact details of what has happened, but certainly the owner of that corner shop saying that he saw 7 to 10 children, kids, he says, outside the nursery. They were injured, they were bleeding, they were in the road running, and he said they were all aged about 10, and then goes on to talk about the police response. I'm careful in terms of what I read out there because we still await the official confirmation from the authorities, because sometimes in these really frenetic moments in an incident like this, in terms of what people see, it may turn out to be different in the end, but you get a...
Yeah, the BBC won't read out eyewitness testimony until they get confirmation, despite eyewitness accounts being good enough to be used in court of law last time I checked. Of course, what the BBC tosspot really means is the witness said it was a black man, and we're not allowed to say that. We need to run cover for diversity is what he really meant. But what really takes the piss is him saying at the end there that the person giving this account could have seen something different to what the police plan to claim after the fact. This is not only a disgraceful thing to say, it shows just how much the media lie to people who watch them, and they don't care if you know that they're lying or hiding the information.
Fuck pigs.
Now, the fact they're doing it for someone who killed a kid is utterly disgusting in my book, but let's be honest, not at all surprising with the BBC, is it? Oh, and to finish off a story like this, of course we've got the tosspot coppers moaning about the far right again after a protest was planned up there or something, which obviously won't be far right, but local people pissed off diversity has struck them, and obviously their children in this case. Of course, we await the usual mental health excuse that some media outlets couldn't resist talking about yesterday while doing their best to cover up as much information as they could, the utter scumbags. This is why I consider the media to be on the same level of pond scum as the people who do this sort of shit, and the BBC are definitely chief among them.
Pandemic.
Where